Okay, so we are live, and we're playing some Lamentations of the Flame Princess. We're doing this is part 5 of Eyes of the Overworld. So this is kind of loosely based on a Jack Vance novel, where the party was sent to a far-off island to retrieve a magical item for a wizard, the Laughing Wizard. This item is called the Eyes of the Overworld, which they have already. They actually had probably 10 minutes into the first game, but the wizard did not give them a means to get back. So they've been kind of working their way towards a solution, and when we left them, they were actually standing in the wilderness right outside of a large crater or crevice that looks like it had been created by some kind of an earthquake. The ground is scorched. There's a lot of downed trees, dead birds. It seems to be about 10 miles long. They're somewhere in the middle of it. It's about 100 feet across, and they are with them is the young Grand Wizard Robert, who seems pretty interested in this crater. And I guess we'll introduce the party, and we can figure out what you guys want to do here. I'll start with my left. So, Carlos, if you want to tell us about your character.
I'm playing as Mardigan. And Mardigan is a brave fighter who has he's like everyone else in this party. He's probably looks a bit worn and haggard now. He has short dark hair, and he has scars on his arms, and he's just trying to not look bad because he's put himself out on the line to make sure that we find a way to get home, and everybody's been trying to do their best, so he wants to make sure he does the same and try to get us back.
Right, because in some sense, Mardigan is the creator of this quest, because it was you who found the wizard's house to break into, or heard the rumor that may be the case, and you were, of course, caught breaking in, and which is the reason why he sent you on this quest. Sibyl, how do you feel about today?
Yes, Sibyl, a specialist, so proficient in thieves' tools. To Sibyl, Mardigan is the source of all evil. No, it's his fault that they ended up in this situation. At least that's what she thinks. So she blames him for everything, and Martin being, like the little fanboy of Mardigan, he's just totally annoying to her, and she really doesn't know how they could even end up here, but apparently they did. And right now she's looking a little bit disheveled as well. I mean, she was sick. She had leprosy, but she's fine again. She's now healed again. But still, I would imagine that she has like a little bit of a haggard face. And maybe she even received like a little gray streak of hair after all that stress. And yeah. Oh, and she still doesn't have any armor and is wearing some weird clothing mix on her body, and she only has a knife. And I think that, again, is Mardigan's fault. Yeah.
That is true, because Mardigan had taken your leather armor and kind of dirtied it,
widened it a little bit,
stretched it, and when he had the bout of bowel demon infection, he may have soiled it beyond normal use. But you are wearing kind of somewhat fancy clothes from the tiny castle.
Yeah, but I mean,
but they're probably odd for you.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. And Martin.
Yeah, Martin is kind of a younger guy, maybe mid-20s, short brown hair. He was pretty clean-shaven, but I think he's starting to get some stubble on this journey. He really looks up to Mardigan, a fellow fighter. So he can be, pretty naive. in certain situations, and he's not afraid to follow Mardigan to possible death. Although lately he's been distrusting him more and more as Sable's bad influence has been wearing off on him. But I think he's just wearing. I think he's just wearing some travel clothing right now. I believe he has an exquisite-looking amulet, if that sounds right. Carrying a dagger, because I think he's also lost all of his equipment.
That is true. You do have an exquisite-looking amulet.
Yes. And so he's just sitting there, waiting for Mardigan to give him some instructions. He's also a little wary of this Robert guy. He thinks he's kind of an asshole and doesn't quite believe him.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about him. Yeah,
the Grand Wizard Robert,
Mm.
who is
Grand,
if he's 13, that would be a stretch.
Yeah, do I remember that correctly? That he's actually much older than he looks, or
he did in fact tell you that he was much older than he looks. Yes.
Oh yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
But he definitely looks like he's about 13 years old, although he is quite pretty. But actually, he got spoken to by the 30 dancing women on the beach, and was gifted with a spell. But I don't think I said what the spell was. So why don't we just do that now? So somebody roll a d8 so we can see what spell we got.
D8.
Yeah.
Is high or low good?
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
because if it's low, it's going to be Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus would have had to roll.
Wrong die. I got a 1.
Nice. Okay, and then roll another d8. So it's going to be from Diabolism.
6.
6. Gleam is the name of the spell. Let's see what that spell does. I am using the Wonders and Wickedness spell system, and not the classic Lamentations spell system in this. But nobody played a magic user, so let's see. Conjure a hovering magical spirit of radiance that does not shed heat, does not require air, nor does by water. A gleam per level may be summoned. Illumination is similar to torchlight. It can be so it's like dancing lights basically, which cause temporary blindness. Okay, see, it's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool little spell. So yeah, he can basically create these little. He can create one, because the Grand Wizard is his first level, and it'll stay for up to 10 minutes. Yes.
And also, I have a green potion. I don't think I ever found out what.
That is correct. No, you do. You are in possession of a green potion that you do not know what it is. Let's see. It is green, and then Martin has a purple potion.
Stick your finger into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna taste it.
Purple potion.
Oh, now you're gonna taste it. Okay, you're getting bold now. Okay. So Mardigan, you're sticking your finger into your potion and tasting it. Is that true?
Oh boy.
Mardigan.
If
that sucks. Okay. I kind of would rather taste the purple one. I don't know.
Well, you certainly can taste Martin's if he allows you.
Do you mind, Martin, if I taste your potion?
Oh, of course not, Mardigan. You can have all of it.
So
in the background rolls her eyes.
Martin's potion is on a little necklace. It's a little tiny vial of purple, and Mardigan's is like a standard potion bottle. Okay, so you can pop it open. It has a little cork on top.
Oh well.
Put your finger on it.
Okay, well, I don't want to waste it if it's just a tiny little bit.
Well, it's one dose. It's a potion. You can put a little bit on your finger. You can do your cologne, kind of tip on your finger, and then.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Okay, so you do that. You take Martin's potion, and you put it on your tongue, and your body starts to tingle a little bit, and you feel very, very light on your feet.
Mm.
And then after a couple seconds, you feel normal again.
And I'm going to tell Martin that I believe the potion is, I believe, Martin, that this is a potion of speed. The person who takes this potion will have great speed.
You don't look like you're moving very fast.
Well, the potion already wore off. You have to take the whole dose. Or maybe
Take
you'll
the whole
fly.
dose.
Maybe you would fly. I could feel that my feet were quite light after I tasted that, so I have a feeling this is a potion of flight.
What say you, Grand Wizard? What is this, do you think?
So Robert looks at you. He takes his backpack off and he takes out a big magnifying glass. He holds it up to it. He's kind of looking at it. And he says, "Looks like it's probably a magic potion."
Thank you, Robert, as usual.
I'll look at Martin. Hmm?
I meet your look and just kind of shake my head a little.
Yeah, don't forget that Robert cured your leprosy.
Yeah, that's why we keep our silence.
Yeah, so he puts his magnifying glass back, and he's looking out at this. It's probably maybe like 100 or so yards in front of you. This like a large crater, and like I said, again, the area around it is scorched earth. It looks almost like the ground split open, and you see like hundreds of trees just leveled. The trees don't look burnt, but all of the birds that you see scattered around the ground all look like they were on fire at some point and are now, dead, obviously, on the ground. It just doesn't look extremely recent. They're not smoking or anything, but they look crispy.
So not edible.
Well, you could eat anything you want because you could use your...
Yeah, but we're talking of something which might be maybe tasty and
No,
not
definitely not.
like...
No,
okay.
it's definitely rotten food.
Okay. Damn it.
Yeah, you're back to eating rocks again.
Uh-huh.
Now,
what are we doing here again?
So you have a map. Robert pulls out the map and he shows you. Actually, I'll show you the map. I can show you the map because you have a map. Let's see. Yeah, share screen.
something about this crash site sounds familiar to Mardigan. Like he's remembering when the wizard told them about the demon that rose from the ground, right? Or the demon crashed.
Which wizard?
What?
What the wizard that sent us here? He told us that we would find the cusps at
That's correct.
the site where long ago a demon.
You have good memory. Yes, that's actually true.
Was destroyed there.
That's right. It was actually, but it came out of the water.
Okay.
That's why they were near the sea. But yes, that's actually true. There was a demon who came up and crashed and basically created a huge crater near the water, though. And then he was fought. And when he went back underground, the cusps fell off, and that's how they got them. So that is actually 100% true. Although that you believe, based on what the wizard told you, that would have been near the water, which is why he dropped you off there, and you already found the cusps. So, although you didn't actually have a conversation with anybody about where they found them, so you don't know for sure. So it could be, but you think it's... Yeah, I mean, you think it's near water, and there's not really water here, so it doesn't seem likely that's connected, but maybe. Yeah, do you see the map up on the screen? Let me present. Present to everyone. You're here in I think I can draw on this. We learned this last time.
2005.
Yeah, you're in 2005. You're going to 1811. So your plan was to go out and then down the river and across. You could go around this thing which is again about 5 miles or so in every direction. You're somewhere in the middle of 2,000 feet. You don't know exactly where you are, of course. You don't see the river. You could go around this thing, which will cut into your, make your journey a little bit longer. You could try to go across it. It's about 100 feet across, which might be difficult to do, I think, with the equipment you have. Unless we crawl into it, I suppose. But you haven't got close enough to investigate it. You never did. We just got to it where we stopped last time. So I don't know if you want to investigate it or if you just want to go around it. That's up to you.
I'm not yeah, I mean, look at that crater and those dead birds, and who knows what's going on in there. I don't know.
I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't seem very safe.
I mean, we had our share of, happenings.
Is Robert getting near it?
No, he's standing with you, kind of just looking out at it. He's not really paying attention to your conversation because he's pretty infatuated with it, but he doesn't dare to step forward at this moment. He's looking for you guys to lead the way because you're worldly and he's not.
Well, maybe we can go a few 100 feet.
Yeah, I mean, you're not in the burnt area. You could walk into the burnt area or look at any of the birds or look down into it. That's up to you. You don't have to go all the way to the crater.
So we can just go to the edge and look.
Yeah, kind of.
Into the burnt part. Yeah. That sounds all right.
We can turn around again then.
Go around it, right?
Yeah. If
Yeah,
it looks kind of creepy and yeah.
Cool. All right, so you're gonna just walk up to the edge of the burnt part, basically. So down the little ridge that you're on into the edge of the burnt part. And when you do notice when you get really close to it that because you're walking in kind of fields, so there's like grass or whatever. Like it's pretty abrupt. Like there's not like signs of the grass dying as it gets close. It's like flush and or plush and like perfect right up to the edge of it, and then boom, there's a line that's just dead. So you can like walk right up to it, and when you get up to the line and you kind of look at there, you can definitely see that everything in that area is dead. All the trees have been knocked over, as I said, and the ground's a little uneven as well. It looks like it erupted, and there's patches of uneven dirt, and there's a lot of dead birds. Like there's probably like hundreds that you can see just within your normal vision.
Do we see anything which might have come down from the sky and made this?
I mean, you don't see anything right now. Do you want to roll against your intelligence? Let's say.
Okay.
It's got to be some sort of an air trap.
No, I didn't make it. Damn.
It's unclear. I mean, it seems like it could be something came down. That makes sense. Or it could also be that it came from below, and possibly poisoned whatever was overhead. There's no birds flying overhead right now, so it's hard to say if it would continue to do it or not.
Okay.
How does Robert appear? Is he calm?
Yeah, he's actually kind of looking. He's getting right up to the edge and kind of looking at the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on his hands and knees right now with his magnifying glass out, and he's kind of like just trying to look at it, being very careful not to cross the line.
Right.
What is that magnifying glass?
He turns it, and he's looking at you with it. So and you see that his face looks really gigantic. And he goes,
Does it look?
This lets me see.
Is it magic?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I want to see. I rush over and I want to peek through it.
Okay, and he says, it's very dangerous.
Well,
So I'll have to keep one hand on it, but if you want to touch it, you can.
yeah, I touch it.
Okay.
What happens?
He gets in close. He says,
Oh, boy.
now look through it.
Okay, I'll look.
And he puts like his hand underneath it so you can see all the detail in his hands. And you can probably see that he's never like worked a day in his life.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And he says, look.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, it's big. You can see like the detail. You can see like his fingerprints, and you're like, see? He says, see the ridges of my fingers. That traces the lifeline of a person.
What?
Yeah.
And where's the magic?
It makes it big.
I turn around and I just shake my head. This is ridiculous.
Okay, fine.
I'm going to ask Robert if he can make a dove appear that we can send over the crater. Do you think you can do that, Robert? Can you get a dove to appear?
You know, I am a great wizard. And then he takes the carrier pigeon that he's been carrying with him. We call it the carrier pigeon. He has a pigeon. You don't remember that because it's been so long, but he actually does have a pigeon with him. So he reaches down and he pulls the pigeon out. He says,
Voila.
Ah. He says that now it might seem that I just happen to have this pigeon here, but in fact I knew through magical dreams that we would need it. So it is magic. Just in case you're guessing.
The great Robert.
Indeed. So he says he takes the pigeon and he kind of like he's holding its wings so it can't really fly, and he goes, ugh, and he throws it out into the and like it goes out a little bit and it immediately goes up and starts to fly back. But then as it's like it starts to go up in the air, and all of a sudden you see like a flash of flame around it and it falls down on the ground dead.
Oh.
Holy shit.
I immediately turn around. I turn my back to the crater and say, let's go the other way.
I agree with Sable. That was a really bad idea.
I'm sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to get your pigeon killed.
He pauses for a second. You can see that he's very much in shock. And he says, it was its fate, as was foretold.
Oh boy.
So says the Grand Wizard Robert, and then he kind of walks away, a little sad.
Better it than us. That's for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you go around this thing, it's gonna basically extend your trip. It's gonna make the day take longer, but that's probably makes more sense than going through it, based on what you just saw. So you start heading, I would imagine, south because that's where you're ultimately going. And off you go. And it's pretty even travel. It's nice flat plains, and you're able to actually travel, around this thing. It goes for about 5 or 6 miles south of you. You probably give it a little bit extra space before you cut around, but and then you eventually go around it and you start heading back towards the river again. And you're basically able to travel for most of the day with no other incidents. If you want to roll bushcraft as coming close to the night, you should be getting. You're not quite in the river basin yet, but if you guys want to roll bushcraft, so roll d6, see if you can find any food.
Oh, yeah,
one will get you some food. Yeah.
I got a 2.
Okay. No.
Okay.
I got a 1.
Oh, you did. Okay. All right. So yeah. So you're able to find some food, and actually one or two would get you a shelter too. So you're able to find a bit of food, so you don't have to turn any rocks into food or anything tonight. You find some berries or some small game, and you find a nice little cave that you can set up in that seems pretty safe for the night. And you're able to rest up.
Are those raspberries, Martin?
I don't know what they are, Marty. They look pretty good. We can eat them.
Okay, so you're yeah, you find some berries. So there are some. They're not like the raspberry monster, unfortunately, because that thing was delicious. But you do find some berries, and maybe we'll say you're not close enough to the water to get fish. So I'll say maybe you catch like some kind of small game, like maybe there's a bee's nest, and you get some honey. So you get some honey, and you get some fruit, and you settle in.
Yeah.
Maybe start a fire. As the sun's starting to set, Robert goes to Sibyl and says, "Let me show you something."
What?
So he has like a little pile of like leaves and stuff, and he takes the magnifying glass and he just holds it into the setting sun, and so it condenses the beam and it actually lights the leaves on fire.
Would I have
He starts
seen
with-
something like that before?
Probably.
So I
Maybe, I
watch
don't know.
that and I look up to him again and I nod. That's spectacular.
This is magic.
Yeah. Mhm. Why don't you show Mardigan?
Okay. Mart again.
Yes, Robert. What is it?
Would you like to see my magic?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So he
Always.
he gets another little pile of leaves. And, actually, he puts out the first one, of course. He gets another pile of leaves, and he tries to use the magnifying glass to light it. But by now the sun's actually gone down all the way, and it won't light. And now you don't have a fire.
What's the trick?
He starts to
don't
do it.
get
He says, "Ah, the spirits of the sun have denied us fire for this spell because we already used it earlier. We'll try again tomorrow. I guess it'll be a cold night."
A spell that only works with the sun.
The sun spell.
Okay.
He looks at Sibyl and he says, "If you're cold tonight, I have this wizard robe." And then he goes back to the camp. Okay, so you guys gonna do guard duty and stuff, or just gonna sleep, or what's your plan?
Yeah, I'll do the first watch.
Okay. Oh no, my pencil's broken.
I'll do the second watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll do third then.
And Martin. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So it's a actually roll my weather table. It actually is it's like an autumn night, so it gets a little cool. You're probably wishing that he hadn't put that fire out, but it's not terrible, and everybody kind of does their shift with no incident. And as the sun starts to rise in the morning, maybe you rouse the rest of them, and there's maybe a little bit of food left over,
Yeah.
and you can have a little food before you set out in the morning.
Did you guys sleep okay?
I want home.
This is our new home, Sable.
Martin, don't you ever say that again. Don't you dare.
I'm losing faith. I'm losing faith.
God.
I slept good. It was good to wake up human and not a crab.
Oh,
Remember?
you're telling me. Yeah, That was a nightmare.
That's right. Yeah, I haven't been a crab in a while. So you're kind of getting your stuff together in the morning. And maybe you, let's see who does. Sibyl, you go behind a bush to pee.
No.
You don't go behind bushes to pee? You just do it in public?
No.
I don't want to see what your cards are.
Do it right over here.
I'm assuming that you look for some privacy. Maybe okay, you go deeper in the cave then.
No.
Do you want us to make a wall for you, Sabil?
No, just go away.
I'll hold this blanket up while you go over there.
So you go, and you're like maybe near the side of the like cave area. You put your hand on the thing to kind of stabilize yourself as you get in position, and you feel it move, and then you look, you turn, and you see that a man, about 6 feet tall. That's half of him, like vertically cut down, is made of stone, and basically that's why you didn't see him because he was against the wall. And when he turns towards you, you see half of him is flesh.
Wow.
And he looks at you. And he looks at you and he says, "Unhand me, woman."
I pull up my pants and I jump back. What? There's a man staring at me, Mardigan.
I'm gonna come running.
Yeah, I'll run up.
Sabil!
Okay. Yes, you also witnessed this. Flesh stuff. Okay. So yeah, you also witnessed this half stone, half flesh man. Robert comes around. He's got he's got like little eye things over his eyes when he was sleeping, so he hasn't flipped up, and he comes running around too. And the man is standing there looking at you, and he says, "Well, what have we here? Travelers?"
Yeah, unwilling travelers. Who are you?
Yes, what have we here?
Should I kill him, Mardigan?
We are travelers. What are you? Wait a minute. Wait a second, Martin. Let's hear what he has to say.
So he says, "I am the stone medicine man."
Oh boy. Rudolph. No. Randall. What's
Robert.
his name? Robert.
Robert.
Yes, Robert's there, and Robert looks at him. He's like, "Oh," you see he's making notes in a book. He says, "What?"
Here is someone with magic as well.
Have you ever heard of this man?
So he looks at the guy and he says, "Tell me about yourself." And the stone medicine man looks at you guys and he says, "I hold great healing magic, or death."
It's a little bit late for healing. Could have used you a little bit earlier.
When we meet is a matter of fate, but one of you must now challenge me to wrestle.
What?
If you win, I shall share my magic with you. If you lose, you will die.
What if we just go away?
How about I just stab you right now, fella?
He looks a little confused.
Yeah.
He says, well, thinks about it. He says, I guess you could just go away, but most people they want to wrestle. You don't want to wrestle? I have great magic. He kind of recover himself.
Mardigan's a strong guy. He can wrestle well, huh?
So then Robert says
I'll wrestle
to the
you.
group. So Robert turns to the group and says, "If you wrestle him, He can give you great healing, but if you lose, you might die.
Hmm.
And so the man looks at Morgan and he says, "Ah, you'd like to wrestle?"
And I'll look to Martin and say, just make sure that if I die, you guys kill him.
Well, if it looks like you're gonna die, I'll kill him. Don't worry.
Well, that doesn't seem very sportsmanlike.
We're kidding. We're
You must not
kidding.
be from these parts.
No, this is our new home.
He kind of squints at you. Let me just ensure that. He claps his hands together, and from the stone come these like kind of very short, like 2 feet tall, kind of humanoid shaped like stone men, like step out of the stone. He says, "These are the referees." They make sure that we wrestle fairly.
Very well.
Shall we wrestle?
Yes, let us wrestle.
Okay, cool. All right, so he steps out into like a little bit of a clearing. He says, traditionally this is done in the nude. So he drops his loincloth. He's half stone, all the ways down the middle.
I stare.
He kind of flexes, does a little, gets himself ready, stretches a little bit, does some jumping jacks. He says, "Shall we?"
Let's go.
Okay, so the way we'll do this is we're going to use they call it the Gygax wrestling rules that he wrote in Strategic Review. Basically, you're going to roll a d6 for every hit die you have, so every level. Okay. So you're what, 4th level?
Yeah.
So you're going to roll 4d6, and I'm going to roll 1 per hit die for him, which is 3 actually. So I'm going to roll 3d6. And whoever, first we'll roll initiative. Sorry. So go ahead and roll initiative, d6 initiative. So he goes first. So you get to actually make the attack.
I got a 5.
You got a 3, so you're going to go first. So you can actually attack. So make an attack against him, a regular attack. So d20.
Ooh, that's it's gonna be total of 6. So I rolled a 2.
Okay, yeah. Yes, that doesn't hit. Okay, so that means he can attack you even though you're on initiative. Oh, he got a 16. That should hit you because let's show crazy eye dex. What's your AC?
My AC is
It's 12 plus your dex bonus because you don't have any armor
15.
on. Nobody does. 15? Okay. So he hits you then. All right, so he's making an attack. So roll 3d6 to defend. 4d6 to defend. He's rolling 3. Got 5.
I got 6, 9, 14.
14. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. He only got 6. So he tries to grab you, and he gets an arm on you, but you just throw him off. And he actually is stunned now for.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, for 8 rounds. So stun just means he can't attack, so you'll always get the attack. So you basically get 8 free attacks against him. Well, for now, anyways. So. Okay. So. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Just try to get out plus 14.
Okay, that's 8. That's 12, so that misses.
Okay, so you missed again. Okay, but now you get to attack though. So go ahead and roll your 4d6 against his 3.
Okay, I got 14 again.
Okay, you got 15 that time. So actually, technically, you're stunned for 1 round. Okay, so you get to go again. He's still stunned for 6 more rounds.
Okay.
I broke my pencil sometimes.
Oh, shit. Damn, I keep rolling so low with this stupid D20.
You gotta hit him.
It's an 8.
Okay. All right. So go roll 4d6. So basically, the first roll is to see if you hit him. If you don't hit him, then you're not. Then
That's 15.
okay. All right. Against his. Okay. Yeah. So he's still stunned. So actually, you need to hit him in order to pin him. Basically. So at this point, you get another attack. He's still stunned. You have him stunned right now, so he can't do anything but defend himself.
All right. Now I got 16. Oh wait, no,
All right,
no.
that hits him.
I'm sorry. Wait, is this a melee attack? No.
Yeah, regular melee.
Oh,
attack.
okay. Yeah, so 16, right on the money.
Perfect. That hits him. So roll 4d6 against his 3. Okay.
I got 8.
Okay, so he actually throws you off. So now he can attack you. All right, so he's going to make an attack against you. Well, this is a tough wrestling match here. Because you rolled crappy hits. I thought you had him right away. Okay, he misses. So, because now we're back in regular combat.
Okay.
You got a 3.
I'm rolling my attack.
Initiative. Yeah, you roll initiative now.
Oh,
Yeah, I need to
initiative.
find a pencil. Yeah, initiative, sorry.
I got a 4.
Okay, you go first then. So now you can make an attack.
That is going to be 13.
That hits him. Okay, so go ahead and roll 4d6.
Ooh, I got 11, 12, 13.
Perfect. All right, you actually have him pinned. Now,
Huzzah!
yeah, so now you need to hold him for 3 rounds, but he can only use half his hit dice now, so he can actually only roll. So now you're basically going to roll 4d6. You got a 10, so 5 is what you got.
12, 13.
Okay, so you definitely holding him. So 1 more. If you hold him again, then he's down.
4d6?
Yep, he got 7.
I got 10, 15.
Yeah, he's down. He basically is pinned for 3 rounds. So he submits. He says, I submit.
So I'm going to release him.
Okay. He gets up. He
Good fight,
stretches
my
a little
friend.
bit. He says, you are a great warrior. Take this. And he kind of like reaches, you don't know where he's getting it from, probably somewhere inside of his stoniest health, because he reaches kind of behind him and he pulls it out. And there's like a pouch. And in it is he throws it to you. In it is like a honeycomb, right, with honey in it. And he says, if you eat this, it will cure you of ills. There is 2. So he says, eat half of this, and it will cure you of ills. So basically, there's 2 doses. So a honeycomb of curing.
Thank you very much.
He bows, and then he kind of like steps against the wall and kind of fades into it. Hold on a second, I get a pen.
Do you need to finish going to the bathroom, Sabille?
I give you that stare. I'm good.
We'll make sure that there aren't any more stone men.
No.
watching. We'll stab the walls.
No.
And we'll put up sheets
No.
for you.
Sable, it's not good to hold it in. You'll do more damage that way.
Shut up.
Well done. So Robert has been making notes the whole time. He draws pictures and stuff. He says, that's very interesting.
Yeah, well, everyone is lucky once now and then.
It's the first time I've ever encountered a being like that.
Oh, those are all over the place around here, says Robert. I knew that you would be able to defeat him, so I didn't involve myself.
Hmm.
You knew that would happen?
Well, I knew that he could defeat him. I didn't know that we'd encounter him.
Oh.
Great spirits. I can't know that. I can't know everything.
I'm glad you were right.
Oh my goodness.
I'm the greatest fighter that ever lived.
You're the greatest fighter I've ever seen.
Oh, can we go now?
So, yes, you pack up your camp, and you're starting to head out, and you see, holy crap! Oh, hold on, it might surprise you. Oh, yeah, it does. Let's see if it's surprised them. It is not. Okay, so you're heading out, and you're walking across this like a stony outcropping when you realize you're actually walking across the back of a very, very large crab.
Guys,
Oh, wow.
stop. Don't move. Don't move. Do you see that?
Martin,
Oh.
I'm frozen now.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it kind of like you can tell its little eye sockets turn, and they're looking at you, and it's like reaching back with its little pointy hands.
Maybe
but
if
you're
we
on top
don't
of it.
move, it doesn't realize we're alive. I shout.
Well, it's definitely looking at you.
I just pretend to be not there.
I don't think I have a weapon, do I? Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
knife.
A knife or a club?
Oh, you have that makeshift thing, right?
Oh no, a short sword. I do have a
Oh.
short sword, yeah.
Yeah, where'd you get that from?
No,
I can't remember.
I
I don't.
don't.
Robert has a short sword,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, I don't
Robert
have.
definitely has a short sword. I think you actually only have one knife between all of you, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Because there was that whole incident with the water horses, where you guys lost
No,
weapons.
we got something later. The
Yeah, I
water
have.
horses were in the beginning, and later we got something else, but we lost it again in the
I have short sword. Yeah, we lost it in the
Okay, so maybe you do have a
guard.
short sword. Yeah, because you originally had a two-handed sword, right? So yeah, you probably have a short sword. That makes sense.
Do I? I don't.
So you have a short sword. You can have a short sword. It's fine. Because I mean, they could have given you one at the castle as well.
Oh, it's a
I
small
definitely
castle.
only have a knife.
Yeah. And what about Martin?
I got a dagger. So
Yeah. Well, Robert has a staff and a short sword. So if somebody.
Oh, and Martin found the dagger in the cave last time.
Right.
There was some like a heap of bones or something.
Something maybe.
You do have a special dagger. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do have a special dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember if it does anything special though. Beyond the fact that it's a dagger, I don't think so. I think it's just.
No, I
valuable.
think you said that it's like it looks ancient or something, but
Yeah.
it doesn't have anything special on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be brandishing that immediately.
Yeah. I didn't make a note of it as being magical or anything. So yeah, it's probably just a regular.
So I definitely smile at the eye stalk.
Yeah, it's definitely looking at you. Robert is like he's maybe frozen. Let me roll his morale. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's you hear the sound of liquid hitting the top of the crab shell.
Oh no, that makes me pee soon as well. That's like listening to the open tap.
Yes.
Oh no.
So now you and Robert have both peed together.
Shit.
I'm gonna rush for one of the eyes and try to snap it.
What? Oh my
Okay.
god, we'll die.
All right. So let's roll initiative though. It surprised you, but it didn't attack you because it was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. It did get a 5 though.
It did not attack us.
It didn't attack you even though it had surprise because it kind of like stood up. And
It was
reaching,
looking.
it can't quite reach you. Yeah. But now you ran forward, of course. But it got a 5 from you.
I got a 1.
Hug it. Just
Okay,
hug
so
it.
Yeah, so you run forward. It's actually going to stab you as you run forward. It's got like a pointy claw, no, like a grabby claw, because it has initiative. 5. Oh, it misses you. So as you run forward towards it, it's like you're in a really awkward position. It stabs back and misses you. So yeah, go ahead and make an attack at the eye. Because you're attacking the eye itself, I'll just make it an armor class of 12. So unarmored, basically.
Okay. Come on. Oh, man. Okay. 14.
14 hits.
All right. That hits.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Roll damage.
Let's see. What am I? I'm using the 1d6.
Short sword. Yeah, so d6.
All right. I got a 5.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, you chop at this thing's eye, and all of a sudden, the crab disappears.
Whoa.
And it essentially turns into water, and you all fall about 5 or 6 feet down.
Oh boy.
You don't take any damage because it's not that far, but you well, actually, it's probably taller than that. Actually, roll a save versus
Against,
paralysis.
Oh. 1d6.
See if you
That's
take
cheating,
damage.
right? Shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, I met it. I just got
Okay.
14. I rolled a 14.
What?
Paralyzed.
Okay, yeah, I made it.
Okay. How about Martin? Robert rolled a 1.
I got a 10 for paralyzed. That's under my 14.
All right, so you failed. Okay, so you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Robert only takes 1 point, but you both land on your ass, and you're wet now because you fell into the crab water.
2 points. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like now you're in like a little bit of it. Was actually sitting in like this like kind of hole in the rock, so it was filling the whole space. So you all just fell into it. So you're in like this big pit, and there's probably like maybe 2 inches of water in here where the crab was. Yeah.
I start shouting at Mardigan. It was probably a god. Look, it just disappeared, and you attacked it. It was just looking at us. We're dead.
He attacked me first. Didn't you see that?
No.
All I did was move, and he just lunged at me with those spikes.
Well, I would have done that too if you were just running at me with your fierce stare, and I just mimic how I think his gaze looks when he's in fight mode, and I overdo it totally, and I'm like only inches from his face away, and I do that. Blah. Yeah, I would attack them too.
Oh wow, is that how I look?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll have to take care of that.
Well, now it's gone. Now it's too late.
Can you imagine eating that crab leg? We would feast for days on that crab leg.
Oh my god.
Never be done.
Let's move it, Wayne. I see it reappearing here soon, and then we're dead.
This is giving me flashbacks
Yeah.
of our other crab experiences.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too well about this either, Mardigan.
What could this be? What could it mean?
It means we're gonna die, honestly.
Yeah, so you're standing like 2 inches or so of crab water. It's draining out a little bit. Looks like there's like it's on like gravel. So it seems like it's draining out a little bit, but it's also making the ground a little bit kind of uneven. You could probably climb out of this place. It's not too hard to climb out of. Or you could do whatever, I guess. You're standing in a pit, basically.
I think we should get out. I'm going to start.
Yeah.
Mardigan's going to start moving towards the edge to get out. and
Same here.
looking at all the water. He's just looking at the water and smelling himself.
Yeah, it smells fishy. But yeah, you get up to the edge, and again, the ground is very like the gravel, because of all the water drained into it, is almost like you're sinking into it a bit. It's becoming difficult to kind of move through, but you're able to get to the edge and start to climb up. And it's pretty rough, so it's pretty easy to climb up, and it doesn't take long before you're all kind of at the top of this pit, looking out to the south. And you see, your path towards you. You can actually see now, because it's only maybe like 6 or 7 miles away. You can actually see the beginning of the river. So, which is where you're headed.
I started walking faster.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys walk towards the river. It doesn't take too long. It's only a few miles away. So when you get to it, it's a pretty wide river. It's actually not. Is it the same river that you were on before? I think it is actually. Come on, map again. Oh, no, it's not actually. It's a different river. So yeah, this is a pretty wide river, and it goes. There are trees and stuff around it. I mean, obviously, you get to the river, you can walk down the banks of the river pretty easily, because it's mostly just some light forest around the edges of it. Nothing too crazy. And yeah, off you go.
Yep.
All right. You're heading south for probably like it's getting closer to the end of the day when you hear a voice. Also, you stop at the river to like drink, so you're like leaning forward, like drinking. And when you look out, you actually see under the water a face. And hold on, who sees this? Okay, this is Martin sees this. And so you're drinking the water, and you look, and you see, like, at first you think it's your face, and then you realize that it's definitely not, and this face is looking at you, and it says, "Ah, I see you come to drink of my waters."
Whoa. I don't mean to intrude.
No, drink up. Be well.
Who are you talking to, Martin?
No one. And I'll whisper to whoever I'm talking to. Who are you? Who am I talking to?
I am Jeremiah, spirit of the water.
I yell back to Mardigan. Mardigan, I'm talking to Jeremiah.
What? And I'll walk over and take a look.
Yeah, you see this, and of course you're like standing up, so you're a little higher, so you can actually see it. There is actually an entire body. It looks like the body's made of water, so you kind of just see the edges of it, kind of under the water. So it's almost like in the waves, you can see the shape of it, and it's a shape of a man, but human size. And he's kind of like laying on his back, if you will, like a back paddle in the water, looking up at Martin, having this conversation.
Are you a water sprite, Jeremiah? What are you?
He says, I am the spirit of the river. I bring health and life to all.
Do you know the Lady of the Lake?
Ah, yes, I do. Have you met her?
We have.
Hmm.
She gave us a crab feast.
Yes, she gives many men crabs.
I think she gave us something that lingered on.
Yes, she is always looking for new followers.
So you don't mind if we drink from this bed of water?
I do not.
Jeremiah?
Would you like to be rid of your crab infection?
Very much so. We were hoping that it was gone already. We haven't felt its effects in quite some nights.
As I understand, you would only feel it around the coming of the moon, the full moon, as it would be.
What do you say, Martin? Do you want to still be were crab?
No.
I was kind of hoping it would be something that was awesome, but it turned out to be more of a hindering curse.
It was terrifying.
It was scary, yeah. Sabine, remember, our friend here, Sabine, had to carry us. We would very much appreciate if you could rid us of this curse, Jeremiah. We would be very thankful.
Come, bathe in my waters. Leave all possessions behind.
Mm.
Are you going to stay here, Sabine, and watch our stuff?
Yeah, I don't go baiting with you.
Okay. Just make sure he doesn't steal. Make sure he doesn't steal our stuff, please.
Yeah, we had that already.
And
So
I'll hand.
Robert says, "Who, me? I'm gonna steal your stuff.
No,
Come on, man.
you can help her watch our stuff, and I'll hand Sabine the little honeycomb, and say, here, you can have this too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pocketed.
What about so then you give her your clothes and you get the sword and the honeycomb.
Yeah.
You strip down completely and go in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about Martin?
I'll do the same. Follow Mardigan in.
You take everything off, including like you give their dagger, the amulet, the clothes, everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give
the
it to
potion.
Sabine and Robert.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you step into the water, and it surprisingly, because it's like as you were drinking it, the water was very like cold and refreshing. But when you step into it, it's actually quite warm, as the spirit starts to circle around you, creating almost like a whirlpool effect. It actually is very comforting. And then all of a sudden you realize that you're actually underwater, but you're not having trouble breathing or anything. You're just kind of like looking around, and everything's very kind of soft and blurry. And then all of a sudden, like you feel water like rush into your lungs, like it's a little scary. And then you like involuntarily like swim up to the top and spit the water out, and you're kind of blinking. And then Jeremiah speaks to you, and he says, "The curse has been lifted, but you will no longer be welcomed by the Lady of the Lake. Just so you should know."
What a loss.
Well, she does have the best crabs in the whole island.
What if we wore a disguise? Maybe we could have those crabs again.
No, you can never have crabs again.
I like the sound of that.
In fact, you are now allergic to crab. And if you were to eat crab, you would have to make a save or swell up.
Well, thank you for curing us, friend. It's very kind of you.
Yes, thank you so much, Jeremiah.
What's your payment?
Payments?
Don't you take any payment for what you did? There's always a payment.
Do you require payment?
Well,
Oh, I knew it.
treat the land with dignity. Don't
Oh, what on
overfish or destroy nature. Try to be kind to each other.
Yeah, Mardigan.
You hear that, Sabine?
I will be kind to you, Sabine.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
When the time comes, you will find others who need help, and you will help them. That can be my payment.
Man. I don't have time for this.
We will pay it forward, friend.
There are plenty of fish in the lake, the river, rather. Do not overfeed, but feel free to partake. And then he kind of fades away into the water.
So no crabs, and we can eat fish, just not all of them. Sounds okay to me.
Come on, let's go. I have a bad feeling. She looks a little bit scared at the lake. But she doesn't say that out loud, just whispering. Oh, what time is it?
It's getting close to the end of the day.
Oh.
Yeah. I think your plan, or your most, let me show you the map. I mean, you can obviously do whatever you want, but as it stands, you're like right here. We actually had to go south a little bit, so you're probably like more like right there.
Oh, so we have to cross there.
Well, you got to go down. Yeah, I mean, you could either follow it. Oh, let me move these red things around. This is the river there. See it?
Mm.
So you could either you're right basically at the edge of it now. You're like right here. So you could either stay on this side of it and just follow it down all the way. You could cross it. Well, you can do whatever you want, but ultimately you're going here. So you don't need to go on that side of it, but this is mountainous down here. So these are mountains. So you might have it might be faster to take the river.
Yeah, I'm not against taking the river. Sounds exciting.
I agree.
I guess it can't be helped.
We can start heading down on this side.
Okay. Yeah. Trying to. Crap. Apparently I don't know how to use this. But it doesn't matter. Okay, so do this. Stop. Don't come back yet, but it. Okay, so you're heading down the river. And you travel again for a little bit more until nightfall. So give me a bush. Well, actually, you automatically get food, but you can roll a bush craft to see if you find a good place to sleep.
Oh, 6.
Oh, I got a 2.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, so that's,
Let me see. I got a 2.
Nice.
that's cool. That's enough to find something. So you guys find a decent spot to sleep. It's not it's not like a cave or anything, but it's it's off the side and it looks relatively comfortable. Let me check the weather. There is a little bit of a light rain, but you find a place that's under trees enough that it's sheltered, so you are able to sleep through the night.
Thank God.
I'm assuming Sam watches, right?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Check my thingy. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, interesting.
Don't say that.
Let's see what happens here. Okay. Oh, perfect.
God.
Oh no, they're good. Okay, so you sleep through the night, no problems, and yeah, you get up in the morning. Are you gonna head down the river? Is that your plan? You're gonna keep doing the same thing, right? You're just walking along the river, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so you're walking along, and it doesn't take long in the morning before you spot in front of you what looks like it may have been like basically a house raised up on stilts on the side of the river, but it's long since abandoned. It looks like it's half collapsed into the water. It's kind of in your way. You can go around it, obviously, but it does look like an empty house, basically. Yeah, but it's half collapsed into the water, so it's a ruin in a sense.
No, we won't start living here until the end of days.
It seems like we already are. We're done.
Mardigan looks let down, like if that's exactly what he was going to ask Sabine.
Well, our little guests, and I'll look down at my stomach, won't let us anyway.
This is true. Yeah, it hasn't been bothering you lately because it feels like you're trying to get home still. So yeah, so far you haven't been bothered. Also, your bowel demon has also not bothered you for whatever reason. So yeah, you see this thing in front of you. It looks like like I say, like a hut, crumbling, but it has like a thatch roof, so it's kind of like knocked in, and one of the legs is broken. And it's somewhat sunken in, but there's definitely it looks like somebody lived here at some point. It's wooden, so it can't be that old because it would have been completely destroyed by now. But it's probably, let's say, you could guess maybe 10 years or so at least since somebody's lived here.
I would peek inside if possible to see if
Oh.
there is anything usable. in
Okay,
there.
sure. So you want to like stealth up to it? You're just gonna kind of boldly walk up as a group.
Yeah, no, be safe. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, stealthy for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made it. Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you start to come up to it, and as you're approaching, you hear the sounds of chickens.
Oh, my mouth
Yeah.
waters.
Yeah, and you start to head up to the thing, and you kind of like creep up, and there's like a part of the wall is knocked in. You kind of peek in there, and you see in the corner about how many are there? 6. There are 6 chickens. Looks like it's dark in there, but it looks like chickens, and they're basically, one might be a rooster, and they're kind of like pecking at something.
Oh my God. Yeah, I slowly go back and I say, there are chickens in there. We can have eggs and a chicken.
Woo. And my eyes light up and my mouth starts to water too.
Don't kill the rooster. And I look expectantly at Martin and what are you waiting for?
How far are they? Can I reach in and...
It's about a 15-foot square building. They're kind of in the far corner, so you probably could just reach in and grab them unless you went to the other side, but there was no window over there.
We should try shooting it with an arrow.
We don't have arrows.
If we can make a spear. Jump in and try to grab it.
You could do that. Sure, there's trees around. You could take a dagger and make a spear. Or make a pole arm with a short sword, I suppose.
I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't have any like rope or anything, so you'll have to take maybe like rip off a piece of your clothes to like tie it on there, but you can definitely do that.
A piece of my sleeve.
Yeah, okay. So you do that, you make yourself a spear. So go ahead and roll a stealth to see if you can get up there without them noticing you. So a d6. You're looking for a 1.
Oh, wow. I got it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you sneak up and yeah, sure. You get right to the edge and you're looking in there and you see about 6 of these chickens. One's bigger than the rest. So that's probably the rooster. And yeah, you can make a attack against it, I guess, in surprise. So do you want to charge forward and stab with the spear? You're going to throw the spear.
I'm going to throw the spear.
Okay.
So I don't scare it away at first. But I just rolled a 14. So
okay,
that
yeah.
is... Yeah.
Yeah, 14 hits anyways. That's its armor class. All right, so how many hit points it is?
Range +4 is 18.
Oh, wow, nice. Okay, yeah. You go right through this thing. Go ahead and roll a d6 damage.
5.
Nice, that's what it had. All right, so the spear sticks through this chicken, and it goes, and it drops dead. And go ahead and roll initiative as the other chickens turn towards you to attack.
What?
2.
Oh, wait, I roll a d20. All right, hold on. Where's everybody else?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
I'm
5. Okay, so they're going to go first. All right, so these chickens turn. They're going to go first. And they charge at you. And as they come into the light, you can see that they look a little different than normal chickens.
Oh.
They seem to have their necks have scales on them, and also their underbellies.
Oh.
And they are charging at you. And there are 4 of them. They're pretty pissed off that you killed one of the other there.
What sounds do they make?
They make chicken sounds.
Oh, okay. Mardigan, what are you doing there?
They go
spicy.
Yeah, and they're coming. They come at you. 4 chickens attack you. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, okay. No, 2 6s. So that definitely misses. But a 15 and a 19 hit you. All right. So you get hit twice by the chickens, which gives you Oops.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. So, you only take 2 points of damage, but go ahead and make 2 saving throws versus. I guess it's paralysis in this.
Uh-oh.
Mardigan, honestly, what are you doing there? I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay.
You're just.
Got a 16 that passes.
Okay.
And and a 19.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so you just get scratched, barely scratched by 2 chickens. So you guys see these like scaly, weird-looking chickens, and actually go ahead and roll under your wisdom that people are just watching, because you probably would be more likely to see it than Mardigan who's being attacked. Try to roll under your wisdom. Actually, I'll do it.
Yeah, I got a 2 under
nice.
12.
Yeah. Cool. Passed as well by. By 12. So.
Wow, nice. Okay, you guys notice these chickens also have, which isn't normal for a chicken. They have tails that are snakes. So yeah, so they're attacking your friends, and now it's your turn, Mardigan. You got 4 chickens on you, and these things look kind of funky.
Oh man.
Yeah.
4 chickens.
Yep. What would you like to do? Oh, and you threw your spear, so you don't have any weapon. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll do an unarmed attack. I'm just gonna go and kick the shit out of the nearest chicken.
Okay. Yeah. Chicken kick. Good.
Okay, so that's a 6 plus 5 is 11.
11 does not hit. They have 14 armor class. Okay. So you try to kick the chicken, but it dodges out of the way. They're pretty fast, those chickens.
Can we act as well?
Yep.
Martin?
Look out!
Martin, it has tails, and I take my dagger and I rush up.
Yeah, I'll rush after her.
Cool. Yeah, you can. I think you can. You're close enough that you can move and attack if you want.
Okay.
Ooh.
I rolled a 10. That's probably not good.
No, because you're not a fighter, right? So you don't get any kind of. You get a +1 only. So unless you have a good strength or something, I don't think that'd be enough.
I got an 18 on the die.
Oh, nice. That definitely hits.
Plus bonuses, yeah. Whatever that would be. So
yeah, so go ahead and 2. You got dagger, right? So that's a D4, I believe.
1 damage.
Nice. Your rolls. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Robert is going. Snake. And yeah. Actually, maybe no. He won't cast a spell yet.
Don't be scared.
He does have a spell, but he won't cast it yet. I'm looking for my book here. Okay, so initiative for the next round. Go ahead and roll. Might as well keep on going, college. You might as well roll for your side. Oh, they got a 1. The chickens are slow this round, so unless you roll a 1.
I rolled a 2.
4.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I would say 1. Okay, that's cool. Either way, you're first. So go ahead and you got 4 chickens in front of you. What do you want to do?
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to back up a little bit and just kind of like try to focus a little bit more. And I'm just going to try to do a soccer ball kick and just bean the shit out of one of the chickens.
Okay.
Chicken snakes. Chicken snake lizards.
Oh, okay. That's the same roll. I think 14.
14 hits.
Oh, okay, nice.
At least they don't roar like a tiger or shit like that.
Nope, not yet.
And
oh boy.
1d2 damage for unarmed.
1d2, okay.
Yeah.
Let me grab my d4. All right, I got 2.
2, nice. All right, yeah. It actually it's almost back, looking pretty hurt from that. That's a pretty good kick. How about Sibyl?
Yeah, I'm stabbing one of the chickens from above, and
Okay.
every time my dagger goes down, it just jumps to the side from left to right and back again. Because
Yeah,
I
chickens are
rolled,
pretty. Yeah.
yeah, because I rolled another 5. So
Ah, yes.
yeah,
Chickens are hard to hit. How about Martin?
Got a 22 total.
Nice.
Yeah, get the +5 tech bonus.
you hit them all.
Let's see, 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay, it's pretty hurt now with the dagger in it. I'm gonna have to roll more off these guys. All right, they're gonna go first. So, all right, so the one that you're fighting is going to. Yeah, it spins its ass around, and the snake tries to bite at you. 13. So 14. What's your AC? Do you have Dex bonus or Martin?
Who?
I'm sorry, Martin.
Oh.
I already said who it was.
My AC, just unarmored. What is that? 12?
Yeah,
or,
it's 12. Yeah, unless you have Dex.
No, my Dex is 9.
Okay, so you get hit by the snake part.
Okay.
It does 4 points of damage and make a saving throw versus poison.
Oh shit. Okay, 4 points. So 23. What's my poison? It's a 12. I got a 10. So I
Which failed.
Yeah.
Okay. As the poison comes into your blood, stand by. Actually, I'll just do you. I'll just finish you completely first.
Sounds ominous.
Okay,
yeah.
let's see. Let's
Yeah,
roll.
Martin lets out a cry as he gets stabbed and.
Yeah, you get roll 2d6 for me.
Okay. Do you need them separately or together?
Together. Yeah, the total.
Okay.
Low is
10.
better. 10. Okay. Wow. You fall to the ground. Basically taking the poison goes to your brain and you fall to the ground and go into like a seizure. So you're out of the combat for now. I'll deal with you in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically having a seizure.
No.
Yeah, my mouth is foaming and biting me down
exactly.
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so then the one on Bill also turns around and puts you with his ass. Let's see.
That's an ass snake, and we had an
Yes.
ass hound already. What's going on in this world?
This is only 7 to attack, so that misses you.
Good.
And the third one is going to also turn around with its ass and try to bite Mardigan. And that's a 3, so it misses. So the fourth one, I will roll randomly between you two, which one it attacks. It's going after Sibyl.
No.
With its
AC 12.
with its claws, it tries to claw you.
Watch out, Sabil.
It rolls a 12. Do you have any dex?
No.
Okay, so that hits you then. So make a saving throw versus paralysis.
Not poison?
No, not for the claw.
Okay. No, I didn't make it.
Okay, wonderful. So you take 4 points of damage.
Shit.
And holy crap, this is gonna get interesting.
No one.
Roll a d6.
2.
Okay, it scratches your right leg, which immediately turns to stone.
Daniel, you know. Yeah.
Yes. So your leg turns to stone, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I stare at it because suddenly I can't move anymore and my leg stays where it is because
Yes,
it's so
basically.
heavy. What?
It's very heavy. Yeah, your leg turns to stone. Okay, that's all of it. So let's go initiative to the next round. This is exciting. 1 on their side. Carlos, roll your initiative.
I got a 6.
Nice, you guys go first.
All right, so Martin is down.
Yeah, Martin is down. Sibyl's leg is turned to stone, although you might not realize that. Well, depends on what she's wearing, I suppose. If she's in a skimpy outfit, you might see it. Robert, you hear Robert at the back kind of breathing heavy.
Why?
Oh shit! I'm gonna
He's
look back at
separated.
Robert. I'm gonna try to grab Martin's dagger. Hopefully, I'm not too far away from him.
Now you're all together. You can grab his dagger. Yeah, basically, Robert's not going to do anything unless you ask him to, because I don't want to. Just so you know that.
Okay.
He needs to be commanded because he's a 13-year-old boy.
And they don't even listen.
I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna yell to Robert. I'm gonna say, "Help Sabine! Cast some spell. Do your magic. Come on."
Okay. All right.
Oh, he will set me on fire with his magnifying glass.
Okay.
Do something.
Was that your turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. You can you can still attack. You just pick up the dagger. Since you're picking it up this round, though, you're -2 on the attack.
-2 on the attack?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. So that's 16 -2, 14, 19 total.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Give me some damage for
And
the dagger.
I'm hitting with the dagger. Is it D4 or D6? Oh, yeah, D4.
D4 for a dagger.
Okay. I got 1.
Okay, that's actually enough to kill it. When you're fighting, we had 1 hit point left. So you stab through it with the dagger. You hear Robert say, "Don't look at me." What do you want to do, Sybil?
Do I have now a minus on AC, or what's going on game-wise, mechanically wise?
Well, you don't get it. You get a minus on your AC by 1. So you're a.
Okay.
But you're already the lowest AC you can be. You're already 12, so
Yeah.
doesn't hurt you.
Yeah. Okay. So I have 2 in front of me, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
There are 3 total, but there's 2 within reach
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah. I guess I try to.
You could try to kick one. Your foot's made out of stone.
Does that do more damage then? No, I take the. Oh fuck! The 3.
3 does not hit.
Getting worse.
You hear behind you, like shuffling of feet.
Okay.
Okay. And these spiders.
What spider?
No, not spiders. I'm sorry. These. He's doing a spider spell. That's why I said spider.
Jesus.
These creatures. Holy shit! I think they all. What's the monsters save as fighters? Right. That's how they do it. Lamentations. I'm just gonna have to save as a fighter. Because I think that's how you do it. So let me see. I think. So some of you guys have had spells I hadn't had to worry about yet. It's their first level. Oh yeah, no. Okay. All of the chickens start dancing. They're doing the chicken dance.
Oh my god.
They can still try to attack you, but they have a -4 penalty to hit. You get a +4 to hit them because they can't wave properly. Okay, so they're still going to attack, but they're dancing. They're like, like chickens.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, they're basically, and you hear actually. It sounds now you can put together that Robert is probably dancing behind them. So they're going to attack them because it's their turn. So I'll say, let's do it now. The odd one is going to attack Sybil. So 2 on Sybil, 1 on Mardigan. So the 1 on Mardigan is going to go with his tail again.
Ooh.
And I think he's going to. Actually, he might not hit you because he's -4. So 14. That just hit you, right?
Well, my AC is 15 melee.
What's your dex, though?
Oh, my dex. There's no bonus. It's 12.
Yeah, 7 is 12 because you got no armor on. Yeah, you guys have no armor, so you're going to reach 12. Actually, it does hit you with its snake bite. You take 1 point of damage and save versus poison for me. And on Sybil, you have 1 snake bite and 1
versus poison.
scratch.
Ooh, yeah. Well, 14. And I got to do 12, so I went over. So
No,
it's
over
good.
you is what you want. Over is
Yeah.
good. Yeah, you should be best. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just take the damage then. So Sibyl, you got the snake tries to bite you, and with the 7, yes, that hits the same thing as him. So you got 1 snake bite. So we'll save versus poison. He takes only 1 point of damage though. And the scratch that turns things to stone.
Oh my god, I fail again.
Jeez, okay. Well, the turn to stone thing didn't hit you, so you only take 1 point of damage. So let's see. Roll 2d6 and add it together and tell me the total for your poison effect. Low is better.
11?
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah.
God, what is up with your luck today?
I don't know.
Oh my god, okay. Oh boy. Okay, that might not be good.
Come on, bring it.
Oh, okay. Roll a d6.
Okay. 2?
You are blind.
No!
Seville!
No.
Like forever?
But hold on though. But roll a d6 to find out.
Oh, shit.
3?
Okay, no, that's actually good. 1d6 per
Okay.
hit die of the creature, which is 1. So it's 3 turns. So for 30 minutes, you don't know that obviously, but just
Yeah.
so basically, yeah, you are blind.
Oh no. So the
your turn-
chicken -4 and no.
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically you're even because you're +4
Yeah.
at them, but -4 because you're blind.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay, those were the chickens.
Great.
So this round, though, go ahead, roll initiative. Crows. They got a 3. Holy shit, these chickens are a tough fight.
I got a 3.
Okay, simultaneous. So you get +4 to hit them. You can go first.
+4. Ooh, I'm going to need it. So that's 14.
14, that hits. Yep, that's our AC. So, let's see.
1d4.
Yep, 1d4. That one only had 1 hit point.
I got a 3.
Nice. Okay, so you give it a pretty serious slash into this thing and take it out.
I rolled a 7.
Okay, so that definitely doesn't hit.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You still hear Robert in the back shuffling his feet, and the chickens are dancing. I guess we're going to go 1 each against you. So against Sibyl, it scratches and rolls, misses you completely.
Good.
Against Martin, it snake bite and misses. Okay, so they're not doing so well right now. So next round initiative, they got a 5.
One.
Okay, they go first. They run. They take off.
Those little
Oh,
shits.
shit.
Yeah, they
Well,
take off.
We've got
try
enough here
to-
to have us.
Yeah, I think because you're
Mardigan?
blind, you're probably not going to be able to do anything. But you can, if you want to throw a dagger or something, you could do that as one runs. But otherwise, oh, actually, hold on though. They're dancing. Can they still run? Let me just check this spell.
Yeah, if I can get one more, but we have enough to eat. I mean, there's at least 3 dead, right?
Who knows if they're edible?
I love that you're thinking about eating them.
Yeah.
The caster dances frantically. Anyone viewing the dance must save or
Chickens.
dance until the spell ends. Dancing victims have a penalty. Yeah, it doesn't say they can't leave because they're dancing. I'll say they're not moving super fast. You can definitely get one more attack against them if you want, with a bonus of +6 actually, because you're hitting them in the back now. If you want to.
So I get +2.
Yeah, you can do it.
Oh god. No.
No. Okay.
No. No. No.
Okay. How about Mardigan? Do you want to take the chicken as it runs away?
I'll try to, yeah. I get +2 or no?
You get +6.
Oh, +6, okay.
You're not blind.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah, I rolled an 18, so.
Well, that definitely hits.
Get back here, you little chickens. 2.
2. Okay. You slice at it, but it still manages to get out of your grasp and take off. So 2 of the chickens run, with their snakes like snapping behind them. Although Seville can't see that because she's blind. So Martin.
Yes.
Let's see what's going on with you. You now are going to have. Oh, okay. You're going to lose 2d4 ability points because of this when you come out of it.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so we have to roll to see which abilities they are. So let's roll 2d4 to start with.
You want to roll it or me?
You can roll it. It's you. Why not?
Okay, a 1 and 3, so 4 total.
Oh, look, that's not bad. Okay, so roll a d6
Okay.
4 times basically, and we'll see what they come out of. So d6.
Okay, 6.
6 is charisma.
5.
Okay, constitution.
A 2.
Wisdom. We spread that out.
And 4.
4 dex. Okay.
That
So you lose 1 point.
reminds me of the Crystal Cave.
Honestly.
Oh, that's right. It is like that's right where I got it from.
Yeah.
So you lose 1 from charisma, 1 from constitution, 1 from wisdom, and 1 from dex permanently.
And I get it?
No, I'm sorry.
Damn.
No, he basically has like a minor a brain episode. Yeah,
Wait, what, how many charisma you said?
1. So only 1 each. One each.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, constitution. Those are going to be permanent. Those won't come back.
Okay. I don't
So
think it's
not with some other kind of that's actually not as bad as it could have
I
been.
have a -1 on my dex, but that's no big deal.
Oh yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
If you the other thing we should do while I'm thinking of it, or we're gonna take a break, I guess. But you probably been putting that bomb on your face for the sores too, which we didn't roll for that. So we can see if you got any of your charisma back from leprosy, if you remember that, Marcus.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys, I don't think lost anything. I don't think either one of you two lost.
Yeah, I was down to
I lost
Yeah.
2.
Oh, you did?
Mm.
Okay, so we'll do that when we'll come back from the break. When you're eating the chicken. And yeah, you're blind and we'll deal with your leg as well at that point because now you have a stone leg. I don't know if you want to smash it off or we'll figure that out when we get back. So let's take a 5-minute break.
Peg leg, Seville.
Sounds good. I'm back.
Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
You are back. You woke up.
Hey.
You woke up and the chickens were gone.
Poisonous. No more poisonous fried chicken for us.
We're all back to the
Well,
normal.
there's one that you
Snake
killed.
fries.
There's three.
We could drain the
there's three.
poison to venomize it if we properly prepare it. It'd be pretty good. Snake meat and chicken meat.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm really craving it. A little bushcraft.
bushcraft.
5. Not a chance. Don't trust Mardigan with that task. Is Seville back?
I don't think so.
Well, she has a stone leg.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
That stone leg
Stone
would
leg's
be real good.
Yeah,
for
you can
cracking the
have it
chicken
if you
bones.
like it so much.
Yeah, we could use it to crack the chicken bones.
Oh my god.
I swallowed a
but
chicken
you
bone the other
managed
day.
to
I was
peel-
freaking out.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah,
What?
I swallowed a chicken bone the other day, and I was freaking out for like 2 days.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna die."
It makes you
Started
feel
feeling
like you're.
eyes.
Yeah, that shit
Seriously,
feels
it's
bad.
Scary. Sorry, that was pretty random.
No,
Well,
share your disaster with us. That's fine.
Was it a wing bone?
It's from a whatchamacallit, a thigh.
How does that even happen? What the hell?
Sorry.
Wow.
What's that?
Okay.
It's a mogwai.
That was a mogwai.
Right. That sounded so familiar. Yeah, right.
Just don't feed it. Well, no, it's still early enough.
Yeah, or drop water on it.
It's only 9:30 here.
Okay, so yeah, so you managed to scare off the chickens. Yeah, Sibyl, your leg is stone.
Yeah, you told me. I drag it behind me. What do we do now? What do we do now?
Oh, let me do this. Actually, you do it. So roll a
What?
d6. So 1 and 2, it's just like your foot. 3, 4 is under your knee, and 5, 6 is like all the way. Oh god.
Damn.
All right, so it's right up to your thigh.
Yeah, and I'm still blind, so I'm like feeling
And you're blind right
around
now.
me.
Yeah, you're blind right now. For
Yeah,
about
that's
30.
going well.
Yeah.
Sabia, look
Yeah, I
at me.
Huh?
What should we
I
do?
can't
Terrible. What's wrong with me?
I can see. I
can't see.
hate this island.
Yeah, you are blind. So I don't know. It probably got, as you guys are trying to figure out what the hell to do, your sight starts to slowly come back probably after about 15 minutes. Takes about half an hour for it to fully come back. But yeah, you'll
We'll
probably
leave.
freak out for a while. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse.
We'll hold Sabile's hand.
Yeah, you don't hold her hand.
Well, you can't see, so we're leading you the way, so you don't fall
Oh,
over.
yeah, that's true. Shit.
So you gotta walk with the draggy leg. I have to say your movement's probably maybe a quarter. No, 'cause you're pretty slow.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I can see something again though. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, so they should probably be like a permanent dex loss here. Let me just see. Let me look at my chart. Charts. 1d4 minus 1. So roll 1d4 minus 1. Minimum 1.
So 2.
Okay, so 2 points of dex lost permanently.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, it's even though you're like a stone, it's not tremendously heavy. It's like it's porous.
It's annoying.
So, yeah, it's annoying and stiff, but it's almost like you have a false leg, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you're moving. You're just moving half.
What?
I'll say half speed.
Have you had a funny leg this whole time?
What? Why?
Stone leg, right?
Yeah.
Martin
I think
was
he's
just making a shitty joke. He's asking if you've had that the whole time.
Oh. I slapped you.
She's not in the mood for joking.
No.
Martin yelps.
Seems like some sort of a coral rock.
Yeah. It'll be a little bit rough, but you'll make it, I suppose. Here. Let's see.
Oh, did we get the chickens now to eat?
Hey, yeah, you have them. You can eat them if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think based on that terrible bushcraft rule, you probably shouldn't eat the snake part of it. But I think if you just cut the tail off from the other ones, you should be fine. Yeah. So,
Makes sense.
Yeah, on one of them, Mardigan was like, I can cut the poison section. All right, let's not eat this one.
Yeah, and I rolled a 5.
Yeah. So your left leg is stone. Easy enough. All right, so you're traveling along the river. I guess you have the chickens with you. Robert is pretty impressed with himself that he cast that spell. Tells you all about it.
Yeah.
I was casting a spell back there. I don't know. You couldn't see me because if you saw me, then you would have danced too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why the chickens were dancing. I don't know if you've ever seen dancing chickens before.
So the dancing chickens were yours.
Yeah, I mean,
You did it.
it might have. You might be fully stoned if it wasn't for my chickens
Mm-hmm.
dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Well, they don't call me the Grand Wizard, Robert, for nothing.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you're traveling down the river. I guess you got to keep going the direction you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so there was. Did you want to search the house, or you just took chickens and left?
I think I'm done now with the house.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to,
Yeah.
All right, so you get your spear back at least, and you get the three chickens. 3 chickens, but one you kind of feel like you might have destroyed, so 2 chickens. And you're heading down the river, and it's pretty easy walking. Luckily, even with the stone leg, the ground is pretty flat, and you're moving on no problem. And in front of you, like you see it actually from a pretty good distance, probably like a mile away. You can see that the river kind of juts in on the side, almost like a little cove, and it looks like there's another ruin there. This one is much larger. This one looks like it was a small city, so it's relatively large, but it's very overgrown. So you're seeing, like, you notice it first at the edge of the river, and you're like, that looks like a few buildings. Then you kind of look off, and you can see it goes deeper into the forest, but it's overgrown, so there's trees all through it and stuff. But there's clearly was some kind of civilization there.
Little house, little chicken. Big city, big chickens.
I don't know about that.
I hope not. I hope there's not a big chicken like that big crab. Is that what you mean, Sabil?
Yeah. I mean, I know our luck now.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm pretty
You
nervous
go
about.
first.
I'll go first. No problem.
Okay, sure. Yes, you're gonna head towards it. So you're walking towards this small city, and you get to like the beginning of it, if you will. That looks like it's pretty overgrown. You realize you're at the beginning of it because you start to see some small pieces of rubble and stuff where there were probably buildings, and you can see that in some of it there's some carved lettering that's in language that you wouldn't recognize. So it seems pretty ancient. And you know, as you travel kind of deeper into it, the buildings get a little bit more substantial. I mean, they're still all ruined, but they're bigger. And yeah, as you're coming through, let me see if. Okay, you hear the sound of somebody cutting wood, like an axe.
I'm gonna sneak around until I can see where the noise is coming from and see who it is.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean they're engaged in cutting this tree down, so they're probably not paying too much attention. So you're able to kind of mosey around and come around to the side, and you see a man. I mean, this guy's back to you. He's like maybe like 6'2", so he's a little bit tall, muscular. He's just got you know, he's not wearing a shirt because he's like sweating because he's working, and he's just got like you see like a shirt like on a nearby bush and a small bag there, and he's got a woodman's axe and he's chopping down a tree.
And from this angle, he appears to be human.
Yeah, he looks like a man. Yeah.
So I'll call out to him. I'll say, "Hello, friend."
Okay. Yeah. So you do that. You call out. Where's everybody else?
I stay like a little bit behind, and if possible, I hide behind a tree.
Okay. Do you want to do a stealth or?
Yeah, sure.
Just be safe. How about Martin?
I made it.
I guess I'll be back there with Sibyl.
Okay.
Don't blow my cover.
Do you want to roll stealth as well?
Don't make noise with that heavy leg. Yeah, I'll make a stealth. Let's see. A 4.
Okay. Yeah. So you're not very stealthy.
Great.
So, yeah.
As I step on the ground.
You're like pointing. You're pointing at Sibyl. So, all right. Robert's going to be up there with Mardigan. So, so yeah, he kind of lowers the axe to his side. He turns around, and you notice that he looks like a regular guy, except for the fact that he only has one eye in the center of his face.
Oh, wow.
He looks at you and he kind of squints, and he says, "Where did you come from? I haven't seen people in a long time in this area."
I've always been around this whole island. We came from far away, and we're on our way trying to get home, actually.
Yeah, seems like everybody came from far away.
Are you a cyclops?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, my friend. I thought you looked familiar, like something I'd seen before or heard of.
Something.
Well, my people are...
Someone.
Well, my people, you know, we are a clan from the north. But I live here now with my family. Trying to avoid my destiny, to be honest with you.
Very well.
You're welcome to stay here if you'd like. For the night. It's early afternoon. Yeah, he says so. We have plenty of buildings that you can camp in if you'd like, and there's fresh water with the river.
And so I'll tell him I'm going to discuss it with my friends and see what we would like to do. Thank you for your offer, my friend.
No problem. He looks at you again for a second. Then he kind of turns and he starts chopping down the tree again.
So I'll walk back and I'll tell Sabine and Martin, there's a man who's chopping down wood, and he said we can use these ruins as shelter.
Well, of course we can. It's not his.
So, well, that's what I'm saying, is that it seems safe
Good.
if we want to. Do you guys want to?
Yeah, I mean, at least if we're going to be attacked, they have more targets.
Not just us.
Exactly.
Wow, that's a genius assumption.
Of course.
I'm not feeling as wise as I used to.
I'll look at you like, what?
Why is that?
I don't know. Just since that last fight, I'm just feeling a bit. I don't know. I just don't know as much. I feel a little sluggish too.
Maybe you got a concussion.
Yes, that's it. Should probably take a nap.
Well, we can rest here.
Okay. You want to stay here with the
Yeah.
one-eyed man?
Yeah, it sounds safe.
Okay. Did you tell him that, or did you just set up camp?
Tell the one-eyed man?
Yeah.
I'll tell him, I'll come back and I'll say, yes, friend, we decided that we will take you up on your offer and we will stay in this area. Thank you for suggesting that.
Wonderful. Perhaps we could dine together. And he kind of points down the way, but he says, 5 buildings down, you will find a large main street with many of the buildings still intact, and feel free to stay in any of those. We usually stay in the closest one to the water.
Sounds very fine to me, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. So he goes back to what he's doing. He basically finishes that tree, and then he's just chopping the small branches off of it. And then when he finishes that, if you hang around, he's just going to take it and start dragging it back towards that main street that he said.
What do you guys think? Do you think he seems normal?
Well, to be honest, it can't get any worse. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I like the way you're thinking there. He seems normal enough, all things considered. And I kind of look at Robert as we say that.
No.
Nope.
So Robert says, yeah, did you notice that he only had one eye?
I've seen worse, Robert. I've seen worse.
Indeed.
I thought he was a cyclops at first.
Yeah, I would have been.
Oh. That makes sense. I mean, I knew that. Yeah.
Of course you did.
Okay. Yeah, so if you go down to that main street, you probably get there around the time you see him dragging the log. He brings it down to a building that's close to the water. And he kind of has like some stone steps so he can lay it across them, and he starts chopping it into like smaller pieces. You just hear him chopping. And if you were to kind of look past him, you see on the edge of the river there's some docks, and you see what looks to be like a small human, like basically a child. Looks like they're fishing. 2 of them.
At least they're not giant.
I don't fucking trust him.
Well, we don't have to.
Everything has turned on us here.
I know. Well, we don't have to trust them. I mean, they have a child. Maybe they will behave.
If you say so.
Don't look at me weirdly when something happens. It's just, you know.
They may not even be children.
What else?
Remember the horses?
Oh boy.
Don't get too close, Sabine.
Or the ass hound.
Oh
We
wow.
agreed never to speak of the ass hound again.
I'm sorry.
Martin shudders a bit, starts shaking.
Just make sure these kids don't have an ass hand.
And you haven't even seen the ass hand.
I see it in my dreams now. Talk about it so much.
I'm afraid that if I see it, it won't be as amazing as it is in my imagination.
Amazing? Yes. I wouldn't call that amazing, honestly. If you would have seen this, terrible.
What if you're making it up?
I give you that stare again. What the fuck? I can't make something like this up. An ass hand. We're talking ass hand. Yeah?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just a dog having a hand, period.
Well, we did become crabs, you know. Guess anything's possible.
Exactly. So.
Should we approach these children?
Yeah, come on. I push him forward.
I'm going to call out to the kids. Children.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you start moving that direction and you call it to the kids, then they turn towards you, and so is the father who's right there.
Have you caught anything today?
They look at you, and then they kind of look at their father. You notice that it looks like it's a boy who's probably about maybe like 13 or 14 years old. And then there's a girl who's maybe like 8 years old. The girl has 2 eyes, though, where the boy only has 1.
Oh, man, the woman cheated on him.
And they look at their father, and the father says, he nods at them, and then they say, yes, fishing is always good. The water spirit is good to our family.
The water spirit. Well, what have you caught today?
We caught 5 fish.
Wow. Would you let us maybe have some fish? Or buy some fish from you?
So the father turns to you and he says, yes, of course, we will share our bounty. The water spirit will allow us to catch 2 more, I believe, today.
Jeremiah?
He kind of raises an eyebrow. His only eyebrow. He says, why, yes. You know of Jeremiah?
I kind of step back and nudge Mardigan.
We met him.
Oh.
We experienced Jeremiah. He spoke to us.
Ah. Yes, Jeremiah is a good spirit of the river. He helped us find this place when we first came.
Where did you come from?
I came from the north. An island called Greece.
Well, that sounds made up if I've ever heard a name.
Yes, I thought it was odd. But, you know. What can I say?
How did you get to this island?
Yeah, why did you even come here?
There was word. Do not take offense. There was word of more and more people with 2 eyes coming to take over the land. At first, we didn't believe it. I mean, everybody is born with 2 eyes, of course, but once you reach the age of maturity, one grows them together.
Well, I can assure you. I can assure you we're not here to take over the land. We're trying to find a way home, actually.
Oh, not this land, the land of Greece.
Ah,
Here, there are many people with many different numbers of eyes, and all live in peace.
do you have a boat, my friend?
I do have a boat.
Would you be interested in taking on
Seeing more of the land.
I kick her stone leg.
What are you doing?
I'm just checking it. I'm just testing.
Yeah, I don't feel shit.
would you be interested in taking on a charter, my friend? We're looking to get home.
Well, my boat is only small. Where's your home?
Not too, maybe a day's voyage, I would say.
On the river?
No.
No, this boat is not seaworthy. We would need to
This
build
is-
a larger boat. The boat we used to travel here is no more.
Oh,
It was dashed upon the stones of the island. We weren't actually coming here.
that is unfortunate.
Yes, but the river spirit has helped us, and myself and my wife, we have built a good home here. But I could bring you down the river.
We would love that.
And as soon as he says that, you hear a woman's voice say, No, you can't do that. You must stay here with the children. It's not safe. And he turns, he says, Sometimes you have to. She says, Don't tell me what you have to do. And they kind of get into a little bit of an argument. It's probably a little bit awkward.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I walk a little bit
Poor guy.
up and down.
Yeah, and a woman comes out, and she's got 1 eye as well. And she comes out and she says, You're welcome to stay here, but you cannot take my husband. It's very dangerous. And he seems like he doesn't want to say anything because he'll be in trouble.
Can't he decide for himself, ma'am?
She looks at you with her 1 eye.
That's probably scary. I
She
go,
kind of smushes her 1 eyebrow down.
Fair lady, we will only be going to the end of the river. Nothing more. South of here.
No, I know where you're going.
What is there that we should be afraid of?
death.
Oh well, that's nothing new.
Not your death. And he looks at her. The Cyclops looks at the Cyclops woman. And he says, "It is true. My death lies in the mountains to the south.
Huh?
Those of my race, are born knowing the date, not the way in which we will die. Is
Well,
our
that's
curse.
inconvenient. And it says you're dying there?
Yes. It is our
Oh.
curse.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that you're dying now there, right?
No, yes, it is now. I've seen you before.
But then you can't change it anyway.
And then she
Maybe we
says,
can go a different.
the wife says, he could not go. He could not go.
But it always happens, right?
He looks at you, he says, in my vision, before life, 4 strangers, as you, came to me for help. And then I die in the mountains to the south.
Well, then at least you know you were right.
So let us not go to the mountains. Let us go a different way.
But it's fate. You can't change fate.
You need to go to the mountains, for you are in search of the statue.
What? No. We want to go home.
You're in search of the statue, which can answer any question.
Oh. Yes.
Maybe just take us not all the way into the mountain, just to the edge.
No, I shall go. I will go with you and meet my destiny.
That's what I was saying all the time.
Very noble. How would you convince your wife?
She looks at him, and then, a tear falls from her single eye. And she says, we all have our destinies. And then she goes back inside the house.
Where does she die? I ask him.
Oh, he says, she dies here.
Oh, well.
With our children. With our 3 children.
Well, I hope that she lives a very long life.
She will. But he kind of turns away and starts cutting wood. And the kids go back to fishing.
This is creepy.
I hate this guy.
What? Why? He will die for us.
It's weird. You don't think that's weird?
Yeah, it is. It's
I can't
creepy.
respect that. I can't respect it.
But he can't help he's creepy.
Yeah.
He's fulfilling a destiny. It's
Yeah.
a huge honor.
How would you know?
Oh, people write songs about men and women with honor like that.
Uh-huh.
I know that. Don't you want them to write songs about you, Seville?
No, I just want to go home. And preferably with all my limbs.
And then
And then I
Once we
will,
make it home.
and then, you know, I think I will find a millionaire and will marry that guy. And then I will finally have my peace. And I will never break in anywhere ever again. Especially not with you, Mardigan.
Well, maybe we'll be millionaires.
I won't marry you.
Martin snorts quite loudly.
Okay, so yeah, the children continue to fish, and they get some more fish up. If you want to find a close by building to set up your camp, you can do that pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like as the sun's starting to set, Robert's out there trying to show the kids how to light a fire using the magnifying glass.
Oh boy.
And they do. They light up and they start cooking the fish.
The children light up?
Well, they light the fire.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I don't burn up children. I leave that to you guys. Yeah, so they get the fire going. You can smell the fish cooking. It smells good. Yeah, and I mean, if you sit down around the fire to eat.
Yeah.
And the Cyclops tells you that they have the ability to prophesize, the future. And this is the basically the part of the curse is because they see their own deaths because they can see the future, and he knew you were coming.
Can you tell my future?
I can tell you that your future goes longer than mine. I only see it till the day of my death.
Oh. Mm. Well then.
And how it interacts with me.
Is it Mardigan's fault that you die?
Yes.
I'll look at you accusingly, Mardigan.
I'm sorry, friend.
Well,
Just glad
it's your fault that they're here, so it's your fault I die, I suppose.
Just glad to
I
be able
nod.
to help you. Just glad to be able to help you fulfill the prophecy. That's all.
Oh man.
I don't know who to trust anymore. My world is being shattered.
Yeah.
Well,
So he
at
tells you. Go ahead, tell me.
At least he doesn't see or didn't see you die, Martin. So we should be fine.
Yeah, we'll be great.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, no need to put up a guard tonight. You don't die tonight.
Do you trust him?
I don't know.
You know, why not give it a try? Can't get worse anyway.
I just rolled the same thing 3 times.
Hmm?
It was just funny. I just rolled the same thing 3 times. Oh, no, I'm going to do this quicker. Okay. Yeah, so you whether you put up guards or not, nothing happens tonight. It's a pretty calm night. And when you get up in the morning, he's up packing up some dried fish and stuff like rations into the boat. He's got a small boat that can go down the. He actually has 2 boats. You notice, and what you notice actually was part of the wood that he was chopping up yesterday. He was actually building a mast, so he actually was building a second boat. So he was finishing as you came, and he says, "Well, because I don't think that this boat will be returning."
Huh.
So he says, I can't leave my family with no boat. So let me finish this. And he's working on it in the morning.
I shiver and look at Martin.
I shivered back.
Creepy!
This is terrible. This guy is real creepy. It's too ominous.
Oh, don't
Lie
worry.
down, Sybil. I'm going to lie down. I can't handle this.
Don't worry, Seville. Everything will be fine.
You don't tell me everything will be fine. That's like jinxing it.
That man was destined to die, not us. You never have to worry.
Yeah, we'll see. Soon.
You hear Martin shout from probably around the corner. We'll see something soon.
Why? What do you see?
No response.
Okay. All right, so let's see what happens here today.
Oh boy.
Fun day on the river. Oh, nice.
What?
Always something good on the river. And let's see. Favorite. 20. Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. All right, so you're actually you're heading down the river, and oh, I gotta pull this out. It's the morning. Perfect. Okay, so you're heading down the river, and you actually encounter like really, really good currents. Like you're actually moving pretty quickly down the river, and you're making very, very good time. And you see on the side of the river that you almost have to pass through it because it's like a bridge going over the river. Another ruin. This one looks like it's essentially a temple. And this temple has two sides to it, like two like towers, almost pyramid, but kind of skinnier towers on either side. And in between, there's kind of like an arched bridge. And you can see ruins on them, and they're in pretty good shape, even though it's a ruin. I mean, it's obviously a ruin, but it's still standing pretty tall. And there's lots of vines hanging off this bridge that goes over it. And one thing that's really interesting here is that it's incredibly quiet. And you're kind of been motoring along, going down the river with all the current. And as you get close to this thing, you can start to see it, and all of a sudden, the water becomes completely calm, and the river's barely moving at all. So you're going very, very slow through this area as you're going down the river.
Can we go faster? I mean, there's nothing to see here. Why do we go so slowly? I look at that temple. This is creepy.
Yeah, so Zechariah, who is the Cyclops, he probably told you his name by then, says from this point on, Jeremiah's protection is no more.
Oh, good. Whose temple is that?
This is the temple of an ancient god, long since dead.
What could possibly go wrong?
Is it abandoned?
I don't know. I don't tread so far. 5d6. Oh, and you're surprised. You hear as tiny little darts come shooting at the boat. Let's see. Oh, any hit point. By the way, any hit points damage that you took is healed because remember the hit points heal back every night unless it's con damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the first one, this is Sabile, make a save versus poison.
No.
Okay, we'll make another one. Oh my god, all three of them hit you.
No.
What manner of fiend?
Third
three
one?
Three times, yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, come on. No.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right. So, look at that poison table here. I'll just do it a bit faster. I'll roll for you because I'm nice like that. Oosh. Okay.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
Daniel.
I should let you do it. Okay, so the first one hits you and you feel weak
Mm-hmm.
and you lose a point of strength.
Permanent?
Hold on. No, but a while.
Mm-hmm.
5 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, permanent.
Well, yeah, probably. For the most part. The second one hits you. We'll make a note. 5 weeks is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And you fall down and you start to have seizures.
Mm-hmm.
For 2d6 rounds. Okay. Not that bad. 8 rounds. All right, so you're flopping around the boat.
What's the damage I take?
Yeah, I'm going to give you damage for that, but hold on, I'll do that one last.
Okay.
And then the last one is a loss of. I'm going to make you roll this one. Roll a
Okay.
d6.
What's that? A 1?
Sight, so you go blind again.
Oh,
But
boy.
once again, I rolled once again, it's only turns, so 5 turns. So now, opposed to almost an hour.
Okay.
But you're basically having
I have
seizures.
seizures anyway, so
Yeah, you're having
probably
seizures.
don't even notice.
Yeah, you're going to take
no.
basically, it's 8 rounds, so you're going to take 8d4 damage.
8.
It's
What?
d4 per round. Unless people want to try to stop you.
Okay.
Do you want to try to hold her while she's having the...
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, okay, so the first round you probably can't because it's just happening. So let's say that you take damage the first round, which is 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to hold her down, then you got to roll a d6s equal to your level. It's like the wrestling thing. And you can both do it. So roll and add them together. So roll 4 d6s and add them together.
Oh crap! Where's my?
And you can do the same system.
17.
Okay.
I got 11, 14.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's more than she could possibly roll, so you definitely got her. All right, you're able to hold her down. So you're having seizures, and actually they only, no other darts happen. Basically, you're holding her down, and by the time you even once she stops and you can take a second to look around, you've gone past the temple, and the river is picked up again. And the Zechariah is just kind of staring the ship. And you see that he didn't duck down or anything, and he looks at you and he says, "It was not my time to die."
Good for you. Oh no, I don't say that.
Well, you probably can now, except for your blind.
Not yet.
Yeah. So once your seizures are over. Oh, actually, hold on. There's a cumulative chance that you might have permanent damage from the seizure. Hold on. 10% chance per round, so 80% chance. Let's see. Let's see if you had any permanent damage from that, from bouncing around.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So you're going to take int damage because you got like brain damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you roll that because I hate to. So it's a d4 minus 1, but there's no. It could be 0 still.
Hello, die. 2.
Okay, so 2 points off your int.
Mhm.
That's permanent.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're blind for a while, like almost an hour. So yeah, so you got your stone leg going on, and you're blind again.
This is terrible. I hate this country.
Seville.
Yeah, so you're cruising along, and I mean, eventually, again, like after like 20 minutes or so, your eye starts to come back a little bit, and you're probably remembering that happened to you the other day. So you're like, oh, hopefully this is going to come back fully, and it does after a while. But yeah, you're definitely cruising along, and eventually, because you made such a good time, you actually get kind of to the spot in the river where you need to get off and start walking because you're gonna have to go through some fields and then over a mountain to get to the statue you're looking for. So he docks the boat on the side, and he pulls out. He has like a big axe that he has for a weapon. You know, he was chopping the wood with. He takes that, and he says, "Okay, let us go. You have a map, correct?" And Robert takes up the map. You guys all kind of look at it. You can see that you have to head more or less kind of to the east.
I hobble along.
Seville.
Yeah,
God.
it's hard.
Stone leg specialist. Okay. Yeah, so you're moving along through the grassy plains, and how does this work exactly? Did you ever see The Wizard of Oz?
Mm-hmm.
Sadly.
Yeah.
What?
That movie's awesome,
No, yeah. It was good. It freaked me out really bad, though.
especially with Pink Floyd, "Dark Side of the Moon."
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're walking across the fields, and you got to make a saving throw versus spells.
Oh boy. Oh, I almost made it. Damn.
Did anybody fail?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
versus
failed.
versus magic. Oh, I failed.
Okay, so you got. Oh, I have to roll for Robert. He also fails. Oh, and second he also fails. Okay, so you guys all become amazingly hungry, and you have to eat.
Oh boy. Well,
Yeah.
luckily
You have food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually consume all the food you have, even though it's more than probably would last for a couple days or whatever. You eat everything before you have to just stop right where you are and just start eating. But luckily, because you have enough food, you eat this food and then you travel on. And after you get past the fields and you get into kind of this like rocky area, you start to climb over the mountain. You suddenly realize that it was kind of odd that you just like literally, and no, you probably didn't even talk. Like you literally just all stopped and just right where you were, just pulled your packs off and just started just like eating every bit of food you had. So now you have no food, but you're standing now on like the rocky field, the rocky path going up the mountain. It was quite odd.
Well, we have our amulet, so
That is true.
at least we won't starve.
Yeah, she will never starve because you have the amulet. So that happens. And yeah, so now you're standing at like the base of a mountain, and you know that you need to follow this mountain path up and over to get to where you're going to, based on what the map is that you have. So you're traveling along, and let me actually see what this thing says, because you encounter something interesting here. Yeah. So you start to go up this the mountain, and you're traveling, and you're probably like 3/4 of the way through the day. It's getting near the end of the day, and you kind of come up to the top of this ridge, and you're gonna have to like go down and go back up. You know how mountains are. So you get to the ridge, and you look down, and you can actually see the body of about a 20-foot tall humanoid with large wings, lying kind of on the flat with like spread out on the ground in this little valley area, and they've been cut. Their chest has been cut straight down to their belly and opened up, and all of the organs have been removed and stacked next to
Oh,
body.
so that's not the statue. Okay.
No, it's definitely not a statue.
Mm.
And all the dirt and ground around it is like black scorched, kind of like that other thing you saw.
How big is that thing that does that? What it does? I'll look around. Do I see anything?
No.
Closer?
No, I mean, it looks
Stay
like
alert.
yeah, you're pretty much on a pretty like a high ridge, so you can see all around you. It doesn't look like there's much around. You're probably gonna have to go past this thing to get where you're going,
Right.
or it's gonna put you way out of the way, because you're basically on a ridge line now. You'd have to go like it would take you, instead of going through this, which is like maybe 1/4 mile, you'd probably have to go like 6 or 7 miles to get around this thing, because you got to go all the ways around the ridge and across.
We have to go out of its way. Look to the others. Look what it did.
Let us not stand in the way of the flame.
Well, that definitely not.
Yes, you could either follow this like crooked path down across where this thing is, and then back up the other side, or you could go, like I said, the long way, which is going to put you basically about 6 or 7 miles out of the way.
Is that what you're suggesting, Sabine, for us to go the long way?
Yes. Do you want to go through there? Pointing down.
No, definitely not.
Thought so. A shiver. I can't even run properly if something comes after us.
We need to find a way to cure your foot.
Well, not here. That's for sure.
Or we could, otherwise we'll end up turning it to food.
I stare at you. Martin, sometimes you just should shut up.
Martin looks off in the distance and just starts shaking.
I'm just gonna say that, like that right there, if this was a Dungeons and Dragons 5e, that would have been a point of inspiration.
What?
Eating your leg.
Yeah.
Using the amulet on the stone leg.
On the stone leg. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's how I get on inspiration. Okay, so you want to go around it, or you want to go through it?
I think we should go around it. I'll agree with you, Sabine.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to go down the ridge line, and pretty much you get to kind of where you think you could cross again, which is like I said, about 6-7 miles down, and the sun is starting to drop, so you're probably gonna have to camp somewhere around here. I mean, you're far away from that area now. So go ahead and roll your bushcraft if you want to look for any food or a shelter.
Ooh. My eyes are kind of crusty. I don't see anything.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Nice.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, so you find some food. I mean, it's a mountain area, so you're probably finding more like berries and stuff.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's definitely good food. How about Martin?
Let me see. We got 6.
You find the food, and then Martin immediately destroys it by lighting a fire in the bush that you found.
Yeah, I'm like waving a torch, and I just wave it over too much.
Yeah, so you definitely find some food, but you're kind of camping out under the stars tonight with no shelter. Let me check the weather. 26. And it's raining. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a miserable night. Because you'll find you get some good food in your system, but then it starts to get, it's like drizzly rain. It's not like heavy rain, but it's just like not very, very comfortable.
Sabine won't even comment on that anymore because that's just the way it goes for them. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're definitely are not having the best nights.
But
In a month, yeah, exactly. So you do your normal guard duty, I'm assuming.
yeah.
And in the morning when you get up, who's on last duty? Martin, right? So Martin, you're on guard duty when you're sitting up probably near the fire trying to stay as dry as possible with the drizzle coming down. Everybody's got their like cloaks or whatever pulled up over them trying to stay as dry as possible. And you hear some like footsteps, and you hear a woman's voice. And she says, "Don't be afraid. I think our paths are the same."
It's not Lady of the Lake, right?
Who are you
No.
calling up to me?
She says, we met before, but
Uh-oh.
your friend, he ran me off with his sword. But I think our destinies are interlocked."
Huh?
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds good. I'm
Who is
scared.
that?
I want you to know I've changed a little bit, but don't be afraid.
Who is that?
Don't
My
worry
name is
about it.
Nana.
Oh!
Remember? I scared her.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, so she steps forward, and what you see is a 7-foot-tall frog who's walking on its hind legs. And it has its front hands like stuck out. Its front legs stuck out, like hands up. And she steps forward and she says, "I am what they call a skinwalker."
Well, I guess we've been lucky after all.
Yeah, she says, "I've taken this body to protect myself from the creatures, but I think we seek similar things.
What do you seek?
I seek the traveler statue,
Why?
for it may transport you anywhere."
And where do you want to go?
Home.
Yeah, I feel ya.
But you must know the exact distance.
What?
Oh,
You
no.
cannot simply say home. You must tell it.
Robert's
So-
a genius.
Sabine bursts into tears. Like instantly.
Wait, Sabine, wait. Don't get so upset. Maybe we could figure this out.
You simply tell the statue a direction and a distance, and it will send you.
Yeah, we will end up in a mountain, in the stone, or something like that.
Oh, jeez. Maybe we should just go where she's going.
It could be worse for us.
Hmm.
What's your country called?
Oh, that's a good question. Hold on. I've written down. I didn't think you'd ask her that really. Her country is called.
If it's not important, it's...
It's not your country. Let's just say that.
Yeah, thought so.
Hmm.
Aguila.
Mm-hmm.
Her country. You're from the land of Nod. You guys.
The land of Nod.
Yeah.
Well-
So she says she's from Aguila, and she says she doesn't know exactly the distance. That's what she's trying to find out. She's been seeking out maps and stuff, but she knows where the statue is. She just doesn't know the distance or to her country or whatever. So,
Well,
she says, "I used the statue already to travel to where you first met me. I was in search of a great wizard named Robert, supposedly held in a tiny castle.
I cough.
But he was gone by the time I arrived." And Robert is kind of like going like this.
well,
What would you want to ask him?
The library there has maps of many places, and the kind king did allow me to look, but my land was not there, so it was no help.
Robert, we must go back.
He says, "No, if the map's not there, I don't know what's there. It's not my, I inherited that library."
So are you saying that the map is not there?
So he looks at you guys and he says, "Okay, let me be straight with you. I'm not from this land. I was transported here via curse, I think. I'm from a much, much different world than this.
Hmm.
And I was searching for a way back when I discovered this statue. It can answer any question. We can ask the statue, how did Robert get back home? I'm supposed to be at school. Said I'm here with you, the stone-legged frog woman."
Never fear, Robert.
Well, it at least means you're invested into this endeavor, so...
I am invested. I need to know how to get back.
Yeah, that's good.
See how much trouble I'm going to be in.
Well, I mean, do you want a stone leg? I think you had a lot of luck compared to me, for example.
Well, I'm not some thief.
What do you mean?
He immediately realizes that he said the wrong thing. And starts to step backwards. He says, "Listen, yes, I made those chickens dance."
Yeah, you told us already. So, the plan of all of us then seems to be going to that statue. Did I get that right?
I want to go to the statue to know how I can get home, because I don't think a simple teleport is going to take me home. I'm not from this kind of a place.
Yeah, we aren't either, so I guess there's safety in numbers.
Why don't you come home with us first, Robert, and then we'll get you home.
What? You can live in your place then?
see, all-powerful Robert. Yeah, he says, well, hopefully the statue will tell me how to get home. And that will solve that problem.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
It can answer any question.
Uh-huh.
I read it in the book.
But that doesn't mean that it will, and it doesn't mean that it will do so truthfully. You still have a lot to learn, young Robert.
Fine. He looks a little down.
Nothing is what it seems here, my friend.
Say that again.
Martin says, nothing is as it seems.
Okay, so it's the morning. If you want to head, so you have. Do you want the? Nana wants to travel with you. If you're okay with that, she's a giant frog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a giant frog.
Can't hurt.
Okay, so she knows where she tells you, since Robert has a map, you guys start talking. She tells you that the statue that can transport you anywhere is this is true. So screen share here. Okay, so you're currently here. See my little hand?
Mm.
You're basically right here. You just came off the river. Well, you were in the mountains, actually. You were like right here in this ridge line. You're like between 1711 and 1811. You're like in this area. She tells you it's here, 1706. That's where the statue is. The traveler statue, it's called.
Why are we?
So right now, hold on. I'm just going to get rid of all this extra stuff.
Don't
So
wait.
right now you are. I'm not using. I can do that. Come on, delete. Okay. You're here at 1811. You can see that, right? Well, you're technically right here, but you're going here.
Didn't we? Oh, okay.
You came from over here. You came off the river, and now you stopped because remember you were heading and there was that ridge line that was right here.
Mm-hmm.
So the dead angel is right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're like over here slightly. So you need to go. You got about a day's journey, a third of a day's journey. You can make it to the statue today. But then the statue she's talking about is over here. So how you want to get there is up to you. I mean, you could go back up the river you came from. You could cross these mountains, go up that river. That's something else.
I would ask the frog if she knows what's going on with those craters, and especially now that angel thing.
Yeah, she does not know.
Damn.
Yeah, she says that she was on a slave ship. She was brought here as a slave, basically, and she escaped. She thinks that there was some magician on this island that wanted to experiment on skinwalkers, which is what she is, because she can, she can bond with animals. But she escaped, and she found out about that statue that could teleport via talking to some clerics that were going there on a pilgrimage. And then when she got there, she teleported back to to see Robert, basically. But obviously her distance wasn't right on. So that's why she didn't quite get there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, she doesn't know. She's like, there's a lot of weird shit here.
No shit.
Yeah. She thinks that some of the stuff is very ancient on the island. There's a lot of kind of dying and dead gods that are kind of here, essentially.
Yeah, I think we were standing on one. And it was just looking at us. And yeah. Right,
Yeah.
Mardigan?
Yeah, and we bathed in his sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that what that smell is?
Yeah. It's terrible, right?
Yeah. And I'm a frog. So yeah, so she doesn't really know. I mean, what she knows is that she, like I said, she traveled mostly by herself. She's been taking the form of animals. She explains to you that these skinwalkers, her ability allows her to call on animals, and then if she beats them in a fair combat, then she can take their form first for a limited amount of time. So right now she's the form of this frog, which will eventually spit her out. She's technically living inside the frog right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but taking control of it. So yeah, so she says that she's been inside the frog for a couple of days. She can be in here for like, I think I've looked at the rules, but I think she can be in there for a week. So she's she's a frog for now, and it's pretty good. It's like a strong frog. So if you guys get into a fight, she'll be pretty good. She does say that if the frog ends up dying when you're with her, if you could cut her out, that'd be great. She actually looks at Martin and she says, "If you could cut me out, that would be amazing."
Oh, of course.
Okay. On that note, before I forget, roll a save versus spells. Anybody who lost charisma with the leprosy.
Okay.
Actually, you need to roll 3 of them, actually. And for each one that you pass, you'll get some charisma back. I keep forgetting to do it.
That die goes into the fuck off bag. So no success.
No success? How about
No.
Martin?
No success.
Oh, wow. Jeez, you're all kinds of scarred up. Holy shit. What's your charisma right now? 2?
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I
Oh
thought.
boy.
Yeah.
-7 at least.
Whoosh. Okay. Yeah, but she still, for some reason, requests that you do it, Martin. Anyways, so yeah, so if you want to head off towards the there's a statue.
Sure.
Let me see what else happens today. On your way. It's actually only one roll. Number 5. Lucky number 5.
Oh really?
Oh, interesting.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
You like when I say interesting? Oh wow. Okay. So you're walking down this kind of windy trail because you were kind of on top and then you kind of had to go to the side. So now you're winding along the side of the mountains, and you're coming through kind of what is probably, if there was a flash flood, you'd be screwed because it's like a pretty narrow trail you're coming around. But when you kind of pop out the other side, you see floating in the air. My God, I'm getting 1,000. Can you hear that?
Mm.
Oh yeah.
It's like 1,000 things going off my phone. Floating in the air about the size of, it's about 3 meters around, is an orb of black.
Oh god.
It is the blackest thing that you've ever seen, almost like it's absorbing light. It's floating in the air, and everybody make a save versus. Actually, make a wisdom check. It's better.
A what?
Wisdom check. Roll under your wisdom.
I got an 18 over 8.
Made
Nice.
it.
Okay.
Ooh, I get it right on the money. 6, and my wisdom is 6.
Okay, that's good.
6 for 6.
Okay, so Robert made it. Nana fails. Okay, so the people who failed, which is Nana, and she has a high wisdom too, and Martin, I guess.
Yeah, Martin.
So you see on the surface of this thing, thousands, if not tens of thousands of little tiny creatures crawling all over it and just like moving, and it freaks you the fuck out, and you lose 2 points of wisdom.
Man, I'm just getting less and less wise with each passing day.
Yeah, that is going to be somewhat temporary, but you'll have to save again to get that back. So you basically have how much did you miss it by?
What? By 10. I was 10 over.
Oh shit! Hold on. You might have a temporary bout of madness. Get some Cthulhu stuff going on here. Does that?
I have very fond memories of temporary bouts of madness. And
Let's see. I think it does that, but let me just look it up. This is the first time we've had a lot of wisdom issues. Wisdom as sanity. Oh, no. Nope, it's fine. So it's temporary. Unless you rolled a 6, then you would lose 1 point permanently. That's how they do it. But you do not go insane. Let me just check. Nope, you don't. Okay, they don't have that in this. Okay, so you're fine. You're going to get that back at 1 point per day. The 2 that you lost.
Okay.
So let's remember that. Let's keep that. Okay, so it floats there for a little while. Nana probably screams in her froggy voice, and Martin freaks out a little bit. And then after like a minute or so, it basically just, it doesn't disappear, but it takes off straight into the sky amazingly fast. Like it just goes, and then before you know it, it's gone.
oh, my head hurts.
Yeah, and Nana's breathing heavy with her frog lungs. And you stumble forward a little bit further, and what you see in front of you is, let me get my book out. What is in front of you? What could it be? A statue of a bearded middle-aged man. It's basically in a very small field.
Is that what we're looking for?
Yep. He's just sitting there. He's bearded. He's in just a robe, but very simply, and he's in just like a. You came across it. You opened up this crevice, like opens up, and it's like almost like a small plateau, and he's literally just sitting there.
Well, that's no good.
This is the statue that will answer any question. And I think we'll cut it there, and you can figure out how to deal with the statue the next time.
Oh my gosh. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Because I feel like you're gonna have more than one question, so let's cut it there. Okay, so stop broadcast.
You destroy us first,
Yeah, no,
torture
now-
us, and then when we're finally there,
I only have
Great
one
game,
question.
though, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, stop.